know of people whose grandparents were slaves and for generations, and they loved it.
I snuck into a cult.
What is a cult? You don't need to answer that question because I already know. I joined one.
Let me see the people that are in the cult.
I joined one.
Who are the two fine shits on the left? You know what? I'm actually not surprised that the people that are in the cult are the people on the right. They look haunting.
You saw the title of this video, you're probably like, oh, that's an exaggeration. No. If you've been following my videos for the past month, you know that I've been uploading a series where I went on a van trip with my friends Zara, Aiden, Janice, and Paul. Before I tell you this story, let's get on the same page about what a cult is. First of all, most cults have one leader, a person that...
Do y'all remember the cult profile picture trend on TikTok? I will say this, I never participated in any of that because I feel like people are using the term cult too loosely, bro. When I think of cult, I think of like some devilish ass activity, bro. I'm a religious dude, hell no. You want me to join a cult? Nah, bro, I'm okay off all of that.
All the money gets funneled to, because most of the time when you're starting a cult, it's for the money. A lot of cults also have a doomsday clause to it, which is like, hey, the world's gonna end and you're on the wrong side of it. So that's why a lot of cults end up mass unaliving themselves. You probably have heard of the drinking the Kool-Aid story or the children of God or the angels landing, but I'm not sure you've heard of the 12 tribes. Let me start where we started though. I have this friend named who said he had visited a cult before. And I was like, oh, no you haven't. He had.
A year ago, me and my two friends decided to go up to Vermont for a snowboarding.
I'm sorry, this got to be the weakest blur known to mankind, bro. This is some Japanese adult video type blur. What is this, gang?
Trip, and by the time we get there, it's like maybe 11 at night. So we were really hungry. My friend finds this one place called the Yellow Deli, and they give us like free tea to start. They like, you know, they warm us up like, oh, where'd you come from? Blah, blah, blah. And so at this point, I'm like, hold up. The customer service is great. The food is great. The decor is great. Where's the catch here? While I was going to the bathroom, I saw this restaurant had free calendars, and on the calendar, it said, a new day is coming. Join the revolution. I was like, for a deli? Like, this is a huge operation, bro. For a deli? Like, I started asking questions. So we're like, what do you guys do? Like, what is this place? We're called the 12 Tribes of Israel. We believe in Yahshua. When we join the community, everyone changes their names. So we all get Hebrew names. I knew this guy was on some shit, so I was like, let's actually get into something interesting. So I was like, what is your stance on vaccines? And he said it's an act of Satan.
The 12 Tribes was founded by Elbert Eugene Spriggs in 1972. It originally started because him, as well as other hippies, were upset that the hippie movement sucked. The 12
You know what? It does make sense for a cult to start off of hippies, bro. Who better than to make a weird cult than people who smoke and do psychedelics for fun?
Tribes is very secretive. A couple YouTubers have infiltrated it only as of recently, but they hide everything about the 12 Tribes behind the Yellow Deli. Because the Yellow Deli is this phenomenal restaurant, but the 12 Tribes is the cult. The Yellow Deli has over 3,000 members worldwide and locations from New York all the way to Japan and Australia. And 50
Japan? Y'all got some Japanese cult members? How'd y'all convince them? Y'all using Duolingo, Google Translate? Y'all showing them the way of the samurai or some shit? What's up?
years later, only really as of recent, the 12 Tribes have been making a lot of headlines. Headlines about child abuse. Headlines about hating all gay people. Headlines about them sacrificing 144,000 virgins.
Damn, I was wondering why I was next to 144,000 people. Shit, they found out that I actually did do it. That could have went wrong.
About them sacrificing 144,000 virgins.
Okay, if this was actually real, I'm pretty sure this would have made insane headlines. Dude, I'd be damned if I died a virgin. Oh my goodness, bro.
But no way, that couldn't be true. I needed to figure it out for myself. There happened to be a Yellow Deli on our way to upstate New York when we were hunting Bigfoot, and so we stopped by. There was a super creepy old lady who spoke like this.
We live together and share everything in common.
Oh, hell nah. Her voice is narrated straight from a horror movie. Do you see how creepy her voice box sounds?
Really?
We raise our children together.
And immediately I was like, yeah, this is probably a cult, but I have no freaking way of knowing that for sure. We took a bunch of their pamphlets and materials and we ordered, quite frankly, the most delicious food I've ever tasted in my entire life. I downed that food so fast, I didn't even like consider that it could be poisoned. It wasn't, but I'm saying like I had no cares in the world. Anyways, that night we
Debrief time. What do you guys think of the Yellow Deli?
It was definitely a cult.
She seemed nice, but it was also really scary.
Your name? Oh, it's so nice to meet you guys.
And then
I feel like if I wasn't religious and I was just like chilling as a regular person, and then a cult came up to me and be like, come join us. We got these two ladies here. Let's just say we might need to open up a new area in Texas.
as we were about to leave New York, we stopped by another Yellow Deli location. They're everywhere.
The big secret they're hiding is like what goes on intricately like with the communities. Tomorrow, going to this other Yellow Deli might be our best chance at getting a sit-down interview with them.
I love how this man blurred his feet.
At the second location, we had a plan. We cut open a bee pillow pet and turned it into a makeshift spy camera.
Scalpel.
I'll be the 12 tribes, and you be you. Welcome to the 12 tribes. This is a really cute pillow pet.
Do you mean children?
Yeah, I think it'll work. I think it will work.
This obviously didn't work,
Yeah, just cut straight to the chase. Ask them, how much virgins did you actually kill? They'll let you know.
but we tried it anyways. Right before we headed in, a Yellow Deli employee started banging on our van window.
You ever been in the Yellow Deli?
I have
Oh,
no.
you gotta come in and see our artwork.
Least obvious recruitment tactic. Are we serious? They didn't even come out the car and you asking them about seeing your artwork. You're not even gonna ask them to try food or come inside.
We're just about to try to find somewhere to eat.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, you're in the right place. Come up and see us.
That was terrifying, but despite that, we headed in.
You know what? I never actually knew where cults settle or like what type of territory, but I think it seems very fitting that they're from a place called Coxsack. It just makes sense. You know what? Hey man, to each their own. I mean, if you want to settle in Coxsack, yeah, bring on the Cox. I love how they have a Scooby-Doo mystery van. I feel like it's just so fitting for the thing that they're trying to do.
That was uneventful. It was kind of just like good food, but
We got invited to come back.
so yeah, they invited us back for dinner that night, alone, privately, and we didn't have like any spy equipment, so I rush ordered a little spy camera, like a pen that I put in my little pocket. It was really shitty. So we're stopping at this library to figure out what our actual plan is for tonight, because we can't just go in and not have a plan to, you know, get the content. Okay, I think it's recording right now. Testing.
That's actually not bad. Like, does it kind of concern y'all that someone could be recording you with this type of device?
Say something.
Hey, so I beat my children every day of my life, and I'm virgin.
The plan was perfect.
What? You're a virgin? I mean, the other fact we could just brush off aside, but a virgin?
Hey, Anthony, explain what's going on.
All right, so we're about to go into the Yellow Deli. They invited us for dinner, but they have no idea that we're going to be secretly recording. I'm a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's just gonna be fun. They're so nice. What's gonna happen?
Zara's getting converted. 1, 2, 3. Question cream. Okay.
How many of you guys are here right now?
Oh, 3.
3.
Yep, that's it.
The small talk only lasted about 5 minutes, and then immediately we were talking about Bible verses.
In John chapter 10, verse 16, that compares people to sheep a lot. To bring judgment to our thoughts and our desires and our motivations, and to be what we think is a normal human.
Yo, that's the evil ass laugh if I ever heard one, bro. And judging by the patterns of this blurriness, I know he doesn't have a bunch of hair follicles on the top of his head. You don't trust bald niggas with beards, bro. All right? If there's one thing I know in life, it's just that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty deep.
Okay, no, I do see some hair follicles, but he has like a couple strands remaining.
See, now this is usually the part where I'd make fun of Janice for saying that's pretty deep after that guy just went on a 15-minute tangent about Judgment Day. But I honestly can't think of a better response, so good job, Janice.
We're eternal beings, like even the evil one is.
Everyone, no matter who they are, they're going to be given a new body, an eternal body, like man was meant to have in the beginning.
That was like a line of dialogue straight out of a video game. But they did make a promise to us. If we ever went to another Yellow Deli location, they would let us stay the night.
If you ever want to do work to stay on a farm, we got lots of farms.
1 week later, right before we stayed at the most haunted house in America, we got the green light. We called them ahead of time and told them we were travelers looking for a place to stay, and we wanted to do work to stay, and...
Hey, this is Maharaj. You don't want to stay with us for a night or two?
Hell, bro. All right, I understand we're doing this for a YouTube video, but are we just gonna ignore that one headline where they sacrificed that much people? And staying the night, that might be a little too crazy.
Yeah, sure, we'd love to if you guys still have the accommodations. Plymouth is the biggest Yellow Deli. So that's like their like hive HQ.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. Yeah, also, I'm like, oh man, we gotta work the entire day. Yeah, also just do labor, you know.
And after we got our new arsenal of spy gear, we were ready to go.
One of us can keep this, and if anyone sees like the perfect place to put it, just.
What is that?
Well, it's kind
One, two,
Okay.
three. Question crew.
Immediately, they split all 4 of us off, except for Zara and Janice, who.
Do y'all think after this, they like moved areas? Like, I'm hoping that they're doing this all in a different state. I genuinely feel like if they're still in the similar state or area as the one cult that they joined, buddy, GG's. They're hunting y'all down one by one. I highly doubt they're gonna let this go.
Would refuse to leave each other's side, and I just started talking to people. Throughout the workday, I didn't find that crazy conversation I was looking for, just more of the same. People talking about how vaccines were the work of the devil, but to be honest, I could probably find somebody saying that at like Cracker Barrel, so it wasn't that crazy. There was over 60 people that worked at this freaking restaurant, so I just kept making my way around and asking people questions. Most of my day was uneventful.
Is that a black cult member? Oh, well, at least we know they're not racist. That's a good thing, right?
I just ended up literally working. But it's okay, because everybody else ended up working too. So our plan was to work at the Yellow Deli during the day, and then at night, we were gonna get invited to their community home. It's a big house where literally all of them live. They share everything, and that includes money. Nobody gets money.
So it's like a streaming group. It's like a consecration house. Nobody gets money? Do they share beds? Like, what if they need expansion? Do they just build another room?
Here, it's all just going straight into the Commonwealth.
The whole Commonwealth thing is actually complete bullshit. You're not making anything, you don't make any money, but you can't take out anything either. And when you join the cult, they really try to make this like sense of one identity because you lose your name.
Yeah, whoever edited this video had to be joining the 12 tribes, because why y'all expose my mans like this? If I did enough research on who y'all follow on Instagram, I could probably find him. Y'all wanted him gone, bro. Let's be real.
You lose all your clothes, you lose all your assets.
Before we went back to the community home, we were invited to a little meeting. At the meeting, you got to voice your own religious beliefs and personal life philosophies. So I knew this was a great opportunity to try to get them to say some absolutely heinous shit. And holy shit did I.
We don't believe in slavery, but
That's not a good sentence.
You know what? This cult might be the most logical cult ever, bro. We gotta stop them now before they start growing, because obviously they know the way. Are we serious? Yo, there is literal logical proof of it happening. Yo, what type of cult is this?
Sentence to say but after.
We know of people whose grandparents were slaves and for generations, and they loved it.
You see, after I heard this, my ass would have left. I'm leaving. Video's over, especially if I'm a black cult member. If I'm in there and they invite me and I heard this, I'm out of there, bro.
the anger that surrounded the Black Lives Matter movement was powerful. There was a powerful force of prejudice in Germany in the 1920s and 30s directed towards the Jewish people, and a politician picked up on it and took it somewhere, and it became an international tragedy. And we stand by our life of love and care for others.
He just compared BLM to Nazi Germany, but it's okay because they stand by their life of love and care for others. But let's be real, this isn't too far off of like what you'd hear at like a Trump rally, so I wanted more. And oh boy, would I get it.
Bro, what the f is going on? That was the longest day I've had in my entire life. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm so tired. Just asking, so when'd you guys join? What's for today, man? I don't care.
So we had two options at this point. Did we cut our losses and go home because this is terrifying, or did we go to the community home? Of course, we went to the community home. At 7 p.m.
After hearing how crazy that man sounded, you think I'm gonna go to their HQ, their base? You think I'm gonna go to their domain? Bro, you're not coming back after that.
And 7 a.m. every single day, they have a gathering where they praise Yeshua. Yeshua is their Jesus. In fact, it is just Jesus, but spelled differently.
It's the dinner horn.
Nope, that was the cult meeting board.
Do y'all know that one activity in like preschool, elementary school, where it's like everyone would be in a circle and pick up that big ass parachute and go underneath? This is literally what it's giving. And holy shit, does that horn sound straight from a horror movie, bro.
And this was the most insane shit I've ever seen.
Ring around the rosy ass cult, bruh.
And listen, I'm not one to knock any crazy activity.
Duck, goose ass cult.
Catholic church, we used to sing lots of weird songs, and I used to have to kneel and pray. But singing and dancing in a circle with a headband down, talking about how the end days are coming is...
Bro, this is literally like hippie culture in my opinion. I feel like this is the type of shit you do at a campfire.
Pretty scary.
I did see a mom and her son walk out, and as I was passing to go to the bathroom, I think I heard her hitting him.
Like as we were walking down, there was a kid crying. And like I was hearing like whipping noises.
No wonder why they don't believe in slavery. Them niggas use the same tactics. They use the same tactics on their children. And on top of all of that, if you think your life is hard, be grateful because you could be a kid growing up in a cult. Like that kid doesn't even know any major religions or any other ideas he might believe in. He thinks whatever he's being taught in is the truth. That's so sad, bro. I hope he's freed.
No way.
I was on the lookout during the gathering about like how many parents were like bringing their kids outside, and it happened like 10 times. And there were kids screaming, like hollering in the hallway. Like I kept hearing that.
I wasn't able to get any of this on video proof, so I'm just gonna say all of this is alleged, and if I get sued, this is all a joke and I faked everything. But in addition to that, I got the final piece of evidence that I've been wanting this whole time. We got a late night car ride from this dude in a white van, which sounds suspicious, and it is. We're joining a cult, what do you expect? And even though he wasn't supposed to, he revealed the 12 Tribes' biggest secret.
It's hidden from most. We're looking forward to bringing about an age of peace where the earth is totally made new, and Yeshua is going to come back and he's going to rule the earth.
Do you have any idea when that will be?
Yes. Amazingly enough, like 48 years until the end. Until the last trumpet.
Yeah. Jesus is gonna come back to earth and he's gonna be like, where are the people from the 12 tribes? Everyone else, you're dismissed. Come on, bro. Y'all were founded in 1972. You know damn well he made no effort to contact you, gang. What is we doing? So a bunch of weed smokers, you telling me he's gonna contact some hippies? Let's use our critical thinking skills. Let's lay off the fentanyl and let's actually start using our mind.
When Yeshua arrives, and what does that mean for us?
Well, for the 12 tribes, we're being prepared as a bride for him.
That's the politically correct way of saying you're going to unalive yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That night, we went to bed.
They gave us little gifts, and they gave us a little card.
I slept on the most uncomfortable bunk bed I've ever slept on in my entire life, and I've never been so afraid of being murdered in my sleep, but at least Aiden would also probably be murdered at the same time, so that was comforting.
Do y'all think if they caught them with the cameras that they would have unalived them? I genuinely feel like they would have.
Yes. We woke up and then we praised Yeshua again, and then we left because I was f***ing terrified. I put my key in the ignition for the van and...
Zara's taking a shit.
She has to take a faster shit. Tell her she can shit in the van. I want to get out of here. Get in the car! God, I want to get out of here!
Yo, they probably got spies. Calm your ass down.
No, you don't. They're gonna kill themselves in 48 years!
But yeah, I still get calls from them, like once a month, and they think I'm just some random guy. But no, I went in there with a bunch of spy gear and lavalier microphones, so... Sorry guys, if you're watching this. But yeah.
I was a little unsure if they were legitimately a cult. They're a cult.
So nice.
It doesn't matter they're nice.
So nice.
Sir, why are you being brainwashed? You're literally being brainwashed. You're being brainwashed. Saying?
I wouldn't be mad if she spun the block.
Snap the fuck out of it. Snap out of it. You're falling for it.
Wake up!
You're falling for it. Snap out of it. Holy shit.
But look, they gave me
a note. They gave a fucking note. I can write a note.
Oh my god, look at this. It's a brownie. They gave us
I feel like the easiest way to target people to join a cult are people that are either like homeless, broke, you know, people that are already having terrible lives. I think that's the easiest people to recruit. The fact that she feels this type of way, I know it's a joke. Of course she's not gonna join the cult, but the fact that she thought of them as being super kind, bro, if she didn't have anything to go back to, bro, she's joining them.
a welcome card.
Yeah, they give us welcome. Snap out of it. Yes. Yeah, we did.
I also got this.
Okay! Yeah, we got this one. All it takes?
Yo, they gave her a banana. Yo, spin the block back. They obviously care.
Loyalty! You're cheap!
I almost didn't upload this video because it felt like bullying.
Bro, You could have wore pants and some socks, bro. You went out of your way to particularly wear this so you could blur your feet. You got it.
Almost, but I have to keep reminding myself that the 12 tribes and what they're doing is like not okay. It's no issue with the individual because at the end of the day, most of them are just byproducts of their environment. But the community itself, the bigotry they hold, the fear-mongering, and just the general doomsday that they're building towards is not good. And it's a problem with the whole, right? The fact that they're breeding children in the masses. Each girl in the community has like 7 children. And those kids, that's all they know. And once you're in a cult, especially born into it, it's like impossible to leave.
Facts.
And so yeah, I hold no ill will towards like the individuals, but more so like the whole. Yeah, don't join a cult, guys. It's kind of bad. But the food at the Yellow Deli is really good. It was good. I'm not gonna lie.
YouTube, do you guys know of any cults? Do you know of anyone that joined cults? Would you ever join a cult? Are you in a cult? Let me know the whole experience. Make sure you guys join us on Twitch, like, subscribe. We're close to 800K. Boxer for life. Love y'all and peace.